Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fat Boy Friday podcast. Today we have me, Jose. Then you go, tell you,
Hi, I'm Octavio.
What
Best
up? I'm
co-host.
Ryan, and this is our weekly podcast. Hopefully, right now the name is Fat Friday podcast. My bad, I messed it up.
That's good, bro.
We're gonna just try to make this every week, and yeah. I guess I don't know, man. I mean, we're barely starting out, so we're gonna be rusty, and we're not gonna know how to do it well, and and then when time goes on, we could probably do better stuff,
Easy.
Yeah. So it's big easy,
Big easy.
So one way we can start introducing each other is we can go one by one and say who we are and what we do, and so yeah, we'll start from Octavio, then you, Ryan, and I'll go last.
Well, we can do the hosts are. Hi, welcome to the Fat Friday podcast, joined by your host Jose, co-host Octavio, co-host Ryan.
I guess.
And today we're joined by, and then whoever wants to join, that's our guest.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like you talk about yourself right now. Like we're already in the podcast.
Of course,
yeah,
I
I'm
know.
just saying, but I'm saying that you can introduce yourself as a person right now, like to the viewers, to whoever's listening to it or whoever's watching it. Yeah. This dude is eating chicken nuggets.
Bro, I got called.
Nugget, bro.
They were like, "You want chicken nuggets?" I'm all like, "I want chicken nuggets."
Okay. Lucky for you, I'm fasting, so I'm like craving everything right now. It's got to the point I've craved tomatoes, and I hate tomatoes. All right.
You want to explain to the audience what fasting is?
All right, guys. So right now it's in the month of Ramadan, and so it's the fasting month for all my fellow Arabs out there. You know what it's about. For you that don't, we can't eat, we can't drink water, we can't do nothing, no jacking off, nothing all day from sunrise to sunset. But it's just like you feel the pain of those that don't have anything like us. Like we're gifted computers, all that. They have nothing. They barely have water. They don't have a place to sleep. They're homeless basically. So it's just like you feel the pain of those. And what it really opens your eyes up to is that you really like we take everything for granted almost. Like you don't realize the values that we have like for food. Like I look at food differently during this time of the month. Like you really appreciate it when you eat it because you don't have it all day. So when you get it, like you appreciate that first bite until the end. So yeah, that's basically the whole month.
That was a good explanation.
That's really cool of you guys to do.
Yeah. And we're on day 7 or 8 right now. I believe it's day 8. We're day 8.
Okay, so it's been like a week.
Yeah, today marks a week actually.
When he first mentioned fasting, I straight up thought it was some diet thing he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, "What's fasting?" He's like, "Oh, it's my religion," and I'm like, "Oh."
Whenever I had a friend,
didn't know that.
I had a friend who I don't know if it's the same religion, but they also did fasting where they couldn't eat and for like a certain like hour, like they can only eat like 1 hour a day or something. Like at 4 a.m, so he would have to get up like at 3 or 4 a.m. so he can eat. I remember it was in like a summer school for 2014 or freshman year, 2015 then freshman year, and he would just talk to me. He's like, "Damn, I'm so hungry, all day. I can't eat. I gotta wait till 4 a.m, and then I can I had to get all my nutrients for the day." But he's like, "Oh yeah, it's for my religion." But it's pretty cool.
That's me because right now our sunset or our sunrise time, like when we have to stop eating, is right now I believe 4:57 a.m. And then today we don't break our fast till 7:36.
Dang.
So I still got about.
It's over 12 hours.
2 hours. I got 2 hours left.
Yeah.
You're almost there, homie. You're almost there.
All right, hopefully. So let's try to introduce ourselves to the audience.
All right, yeah.
If you guys want to, I can start it off so you guys can try to get to think about what you guys want. So my name is Jose. I have a YouTube channel with only 3 videos.
Full name, please.
I don't want to get hacked. But my YouTube channel is hand drawn, and I like making videos. It's fun. I like creating content. I like entertaining people. my first video, I think I did really well because I tried for a few weeks to edit that video, and I taught myself a lot. And then I didn't want to keep doing it because editing is a bitch. Octavio, you have a fly on your hair.
Yeah, I just saw it in the fucking.
Yeah.
I just saw it.
But I mean, I'm gonna try to make more content, and with these podcasts is like an extent to try to make content as well. So I'm gonna try to upload this on Fridays and also record it on Fridays, so I can try to. This was probably like low edit, like not gonna edit that much. Only just try to mix the audio and stuff.
Syncing.
Yeah, syncing, and then if anything, like just adding stuff, or removing stuff that we say. But either way, I like making content. I'm gonna try my best to make more content. I'm gonna try to upload 3 times a week. And I know a lot of people love podcasts, including me. I listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast and Rooster Teeth's podcast in general. I like when they have their chemistry and everything. They're just talking, and then they just make jokes out of nothing. It just makes me bawl out laughing. And even when I'm like working, my dad looks at me. He's like, "What the fuck are you laughing about?" I just have my headphones in. I'm smiling to myself like, "Yeah." And I'm like, and then he's like, "Are you crazy? What the fuck are you doing?" But either way, I mean, I love podcasts. It's a good way to entertain yourself while you're doing stuff that you can't see anything. And there's like a lot of podcasts like that you can also do like crime podcasts and a bunch of stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Thing about podcasts is that I listen to the Misfits podcast and this other podcast, the 2 lesbians who just tell scary stories, and they talked about that one ranch that has like all the paranormal activity and shit going on out there.
Ram Ranch.
Not Ram Ranch.
Ram Ranch.
Yeah, but yeah, podcasts are fun. I listen to them when I draw and shit. So.
But here's a real thing. Have you guys heard about the Whaley House in Old Town San Diego?
What's that?
That's the Whaley House.
The Whaley House.
Yeah, it's like Old Town San Diego. So it's like the old like the, how would I say, like the first like people that moved like from before like United States was even found. It's like old. So like you got like the old like Spanish people there, like the old like farms they had there, all like it's like almost like a museum, but it's like a town itself. So like if you think about those movies that are just like people walk into like those old like ghost towns, that's what it is, but it's not a ghost town. It's like a whole outdoor museum. It's free. There's a Whaley House. It's the I believe it's like top 5. I want to say top 3 of the actual haunted house in America. And I went with my uncle, and we went there to go see it. And they said, if you have a camera, here, take a picture of anything. See if you find orbs or anything. We found pictures, and if I could find my uncle's camera, I'd have to ask him. There's this picture. We took it of the piano, and there's a full-on figure made out of orbs on the piano that we saw, and we took the picture. And they used that for display in there too, because that was the first time we saw Mr. Whaley. That was the owner. He was one of those people that like worked with the cotton wheels and made stuff like that. And he wanted to become a pianist, and he was right there on the piano in the picture. So that was really cool.
Bro, what's
that was my first introduction.
Megalovania, bro. He was playing the Sans theme. Imagine you just take the picture and you just start hearing that, and like
just in the distance, just hearing us in the back, like the fuck.
Dude, right, so, you know what we should do?
Yeah,
we should all go for. Well, hopefully when this quarantine passes by, hope everybody's doing well. They're staying inside, but when this passes up, when Halloween comes around, if we're able to go out again, we should do like a night in the Queen Mary at nighttime, the ghost one.
That seems scary.
That sounds fun.
I don't think I'll be scared unless something happens, but like I know with like scary stuff, I'm a little bitch. Like remember when we went to go watch it with like everybody.
Oh yeah,
like 2017 or whenever it was made, and I was sunk in my chair. I was scared as hell. I don't know. I was really scared.
I remember that. I remember when I looked down and your ass jumped in one scene when he came out of the fucking projector.
Yeah, the garage.
Scene? Yeah, in the garage. That's the scene that got everybody, no matter what. That don't be like I didn't flinch. Nah, you a bitch. You definitely flinched at that scene.
Actually, fun fact, I've never watched it.
Really?
You haven't?
I've watched the old school one, but not the new one made by Stephen King.
I think the new one's really good. I don't like it too that much. I feel like there's not really that much stakes in it too, because they're adults. Okay. And the first one, there's stakes because you're like, okay, what's the mystery? Why are the kids only seeing this guy and no one else sees it? And I like to my mind, like my own head canon was like, oh, maybe the adults allow it to kill kids so they can like live a normal life without it trying to kill them. But then like as they're adults, I'm like, y'all can just like buy a gun, shoot the guy, leave. You can do that too. But I'm like, I
That
don't know.
is true. They're full blown adults.
Yeah.
They had no weapons. One of them got shanked in the mouth,
Yeah.
What the hell?
and I'm just like, the fuck.
All right, so
I
we didn't
don't
finish.
know.
We didn't finish introducing ourselves. So Octavio, you should introduce yourself.
You
Ryan.
forgot a couple things to introduce about yourself, Jose. Don't you have a stream?
Oh yeah, I stream on Twitch.tv like once, just once.
Just one
But I'll
time.
try to stream more. I'm gonna try to stream more on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But yeah, but Octavio, you're a better streamer than me. Bigger
Oh,
and
no,
better.
I wouldn't say bigger and better. All right, I'm still learning.
Yeah, but but you're
Hi,
more
my name's
consistent.
Octavio. I am a Twitch streamer. You can follow me at twitch.tv/Dolchip1. No caps or anything. That's my thing. And I stream gameplays, League of Legends, drunk content. Drunk content is like my favorite thing to do right now, but I haven't done it in a while. The last thing I remember doing drunk was streaming actually. Scary stories late at night, just drinking and see if I just scare the living shit out of myself. And there's like a couple of videos that were like synced very well to like the headphones, so you hear like the pitter patter of feet or like scratching.
Oh, like the 8D.
And yeah, 8D,
Music.
yeah, it was like that type shit, and I literally got so scared. So I can imagine the drunk me just like just like flinching and shit. But I also lay like a little bit of commentary and shit like that, and yeah, that's me. I do Twitch content with my friends. It's pretty fun. I love doing it. So I just do gameplays, mainly solo games, sometimes a little bit of multiplayer. I do occasionally play with Ryan and Jose. We play Warzone and shit.
I'm
And
terrible at Warzone. Ryan's probably like
Warzone's
one of the
fun.
best ones.
Dude, honestly, I don't even have a good keyboard, and I'm just like, I don't even want to touch it playing keyboard because I played it once with the keyboard, and I'm just like, nah, I just plugged in my controller and just fucking started playing. I couldn't do it.
I can really I'm not mechanically gifted at first person shooter games. There's too many mechanics for me. The only ones I'm gifted at is League of Legends, maybe Minecraft because I got the mechanics set for that. But other than that, Apex, Modern Warfare. I tried it. I was like, God damn, my aim's so off. I was like, I can't. My DPI was at the lowest. I think it was at 500 DPI maybe. And that was still too fast for me. I'm like, all right, I gotta put my remote in. So props to the people that can play with mouse and keyboard. You guys got
Oh yeah,
some gifts right there.
Yeah.
for sure.
For that game, I think for me, what I need more is just more repetition. Because for me, it's just I haven't mastered the encounters and stuff. Because you're like so spaced out between fights, and then when fights happen,
Yeah.
I just don't get the chance to like practice or anything. So I mean, for me, I'm good with controller. I'm decent with controller. I'd say that. 'Cause
The
I
one
played on
thing
the
you are
Xbox.
good at though is fighting games.
Fighting games. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd say
Those
I'm
ones
okay.
were like, or yeah, you're okay. But
Yeah.
like when I remember us playing when we were younger, you just clapping us on Smash on the Wii U.
I'm pretty good at Smash. All right, Ryan, you should
Yeah.
introduce yourself.
Yeah, right.
All right, well,
Introduction.
I'm Ryan. I'm the only Arab in our group. All right, I'm a little racist but funny. You could say I'm pretty perverted, but I have a YouTube channel with my friend. It's Casters. If you guys are more of like the outdoor type and you guys like fishing and stuff, you guys should go check out our channel. Our fish video is about to hit almost 12,000 views right now, so
Ooh,
we're
congrats.
on the grind for that.
Congrats.
Thank you. But other than that, I'm a hardcore gamer. I did competitive gaming for a year or two when Destiny first came out. I was top
Oh,
200 in the world for Destiny. I have over 5,000 hours on that. It's bad.
Damn.
I wasted my freshman, I wasted my freshman sophomore year of high school doing that. Strongly regret it because yeah, missed out on Cal State, but it's fine. Community college is better, guys. It's the way to go. Your teachers care more.
Also, it's a
that's
lot
honestly
cheaper.
it's a lot cheaper, and you're right.
Yeah, and I love cooking. If you guys ever need any advice on cooking, I got you guys. I've
Ooh.
mastered the beef Wellington from Gordon Ramsay.
Ooh,
Oh, nice. Oof.
nice.
All right.
I'm terrible at
Hard,
cooking, man.
hard flex.
Like I can't. The best thing I can make is probably spaghetti and meatballs. Not even meatballs, just like meat chunks. Like
Oh, you
that's
mean
probably
just ground beef and spaghetti?
just ground beef, bro, and spaghetti. That's like the easiest shit ever, but that's the only thing I can make. I need to teach myself more how to cook because I just like buy a bunch of fast food all the time. That's why I have this body.
Just,
Oh,
just YouTube. Just
I
YouTube
know.
it. YouTube's like the
Yeah,
new
that's
thing.
what I did. I
Well, not the new
YouTubed
thing, but it's always been there.
I
But
YouTubed a bunch of like cooking. The one thing that I love that I do now is when I started my keto diet is I watch Binging with Babish while I cook. Because just
Binging with
hearing him
Babish?
talk and then just watching him cook and shit while I'm cooking is like, it's very relaxing. It's kind of like very therapeutical because you have someone there who's talking to you about cooking. And then he does like his like funny like skits and shit, and it's like really funny. And then one thing that I was very interested in is just making an omelet. Have you seen those videos of like people in Japan making the omelet rice?
Omelet.
oh,
Have you seen that?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. They put the omelet on top and they cut it in half.
Yeah,
and
and they
just
cut it
goes
and it
over
just
the rice.
like goes over the rice and shit.
Yeah.
I've never
Fucking.
seen that.
Oh well, that's you should take a look at it. Just
Yeah.
omelet rice. There's BuzzFeed videos and then there's other things and stuff like that. But that's pretty much that's the thing that fascinated me is that they do it with chopsticks.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the other one where they put it like they get the egg, they mix it in a bowl, they pour it in there, and they put two chops and they start turning it just slowly by slowly till it's cooked.
And it's like you could slowly seeing it like getting fluffed up and shit.
No, I
Yeah.
haven't
Like
seen that.
that's like how they fluff up the egg and shit.
Yeah, and then they just
Yeah.
lay it on. It looks
And
so.
then it looks so good, but it looks so intimidating to cook. I
Really?
saw like a BuzzFeed video where a guy's like, I'm gonna challenge my friend to do this. And it took him 5 tries or 4 tries to finally get it like correct. And like the way they cook it is so weird. They're like hitting it with the chopsticks, twisting it slowly, and they're like slapping the pan while it hits the grill just to make sure it doesn't stick. And it's like a rolling technique. They put like cottage cheese in it, and it looks so clean. Like it's like smooth as hell, like egg, not like the discolored like brown basic omelet.
Oh, you
It's
mean like
so
Like a shit?
yeah, pretty much like it literally looks like cheddar cheese with like the holes in it. Compared to like the rice and stuff, it's just smooth, like a gloss finish. It's like an art. And I saw it, I'm like, damn, how long did it take this guy to do it? And the guy who was teaching the guy how to do it didn't speak English at all, but you could see how he's like, oh, you fucking idiot. Or like, oh fuck, it's gonna be a while to teach this dude how to cook this omelet. Because he did it like that, like nothing, and they had a translator lady. He's like, "Oh, he's just cursing. I don't think you want to put that in the video."
Oh.
Like, oh, it looks so intimidating.
the newest thing for me that I cooked was actually a breakfast bagel. I love breakfast bagels. There's this one shop called Linda's Donuts down by 6th Street. No, not 6th Street.
Oh, I know which one.
By Pierce.
Wait.
By Pierce. So it's by where my work is at. But it's so good. I don't know how they do it. They legit just have cheese. They have egg and ham, but it's so rich and flavorful that I don't even know. I don't know if the rich thing is the egg, if it's the ham, if it's the cheese, but it's just like so nice, salty and juicy, and it just tastes great. I think the thing that I messed up the most on was I have pre-bought bagels because I don't know how to bake a bagel. But I think if I made a bagel, it would have been a lot better. But I used to bacon. I'm shit at bacon.
I say like if you're gonna try something like that, try to get it as like an organic as you can as possible with less preservatives in it to get like the like taste or like the like crunch and shit, you know.
Yeah, the thing right now that's really hard for cooking is we can't really go out that much because we're in quarantine.
Yeah.
So I can't. So I don't want to risk my life to try to make a fucking bagel. You know.
That's why you have your mom.
I feel you.
That's why you have your mom do it.
But
you put your parents first and you survive. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like my parents like is like, what do you need for like your dinner and shit? I'm just like, oh, I just need zucchinis. Like that's it. Like I've taken appreciation to zucchinis. I did not like them, but then like after a while I started eating them. Like they're really good, but like I put like garlic salt on it and I like throw it around in garlic salt, put black pepper on it, grill it on a pan that I have with some butter on it. Because oh yeah, you can have just like a shitload of butter on keto. Because like butter, my cousin told me, but like butter's your friend
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Like bacon too.
And I was yeah, and bacon. Yeah, butter and bacon and avocado is like your friend on keto, pretty much. And when I saw it's sautéing, I don't know what the hell it's called, but it like sweats it and it become and the oh, fuck, what's it called? What did I say? Garlic butter and black pepper. The black pepper gives it a good taste, and then I have chopped up onions and I throw it in there as well. And ooh, just that by itself, it sounds really great. But then I also have cauliflower, broccoli, baby carrots, and then I put tomato sauce on it, and I make sure I cook everything first, and I toss the sauce on top, and then I let it just I like give it a little,
Yeet?
just to make sure I get the sauce. Yeah, a little yeet, so I can
A
get the
little
sauce
yeet.
all over like
Yeah.
all the shit, and it just comes out nice. And then I have bacon and an omelet and some avocado and sour cream.
For me, the most recent thing I learned how to make was a perfect steak, and I don't mean like it's
Me-
like the
like
most perfect steak you can make.
Mhm.
Like perfect color, perfect outside sear, like the searing around it.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I watch a lot of cooking videos, but my favorite guy to watch for steak is Guga. He has two channels. It's Guga Foods and Sous Vide Everything. And I
Mhm.
recently just dropped like $200. It should be coming in like 2 weeks.
Oh, for a
Two
sous
hundred
vide.
dollars. It's yeah, the thermometer thing you put in the water with
Yeah.
the bucket, the lid, the vacuum sealing bags, the actual bag with the vacuum sealer, and
mm,
I don't get how the hell it works, but you put it in the water for 132 degrees for 2 hours, and that should be a perfect medium rare, and it stays juicy. So, I mean, it's not colored out the outside. That's why you sear it after. But I mastered it, and I put the best seasonings I learned from him. Before I just do salt, pepper, a little bit of. I just did the original salt, pepper, Gordon Ramsay style, then thyme, butter, garlic in the pan, baste it. But with this one, I did salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of smoked paprika because it gives that like smokiness flavor to it. So when
alright.
it cooks in the water, the smokiness from it goes all through it, and then the steak gives out these juices that you can keep for like a dipping sauce. Almost think of it like a
Gravy.
not like a gravy, but if you guys had prime rib before, that dipping sauce you do for the prime rib, I forgot what it's called.
A1 sauce.
No, not A1.
Hey, bro,
What the hell?
that's
A1
the thing.
sauce green steaks. What the fuck?
That's the one
Alright,
thing
my
I put on
bad.
everything to make it taste like
My
steak.
bad.
So my A1 sauce for me is steak because I just drown everything in it.
God.
Fuck no.
I just lost the respect for you both.
No,
A good steak
Anyway,
is
go
if
on.
you don't need sauce or anything with it. But then you save it and then you grill it, and as soon as you cut it, you can see like the butter, all the juices from the steak as you cut through, just coming out of the steak. So that's how you know it's steak like nice and moisty. Because like, how many times have you made a steak where it's like dry on the inside, like there's no juice or nothing? It's like pretty fucking dry, almost like beef jerky.
I've
I've
never
never
made
made
a
a steak.
steak.
Never.
Hey,
Like I tried
that's
cooking
yeah.
carne asada once, and I
Carne
burnt
asada is
it.
different, man. But I mean,
And I burnt it, and that was like my dad's like, "Oh, you can do it. You can do it. Go." I'm like, "Okay, bet." And I come back with like two came out good, and then the other three pieces were like charred on the edges and shit, and like the middle, there's like a little section that was okay cooked,
I'm gonna
and
have an
everything else
unpopular
around it was
opinion.
charred.
I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion. I like my carne asada kind of burnt. I like it having charred and everything. Like I like mine like I like having that burnt in it. I don't know why, but it's just how I like it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you can't have meat super well done or whatever, like or cooked like that. I'm like, yeah, I mean for steak, I get it because if you have it well done, it's just not as juicy. But
Yeah.
like for carne asada, I think it's different because it's thinner, so there's not gonna be a lot of juices either way. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I admit, me and my sister are the same, and then like even my girlfriend's mom is the same as well. But yeah,
Mhm.
for me, for what do you guys have your steak like? What do you guys order your steak as?
Medium rare.
Medium
Yeah,
rare.
medium rare.
I am a firm believer that well done ruins the steaks. Anything
used
under medium well is not a steak. That's just beef jerky.
I
A
used to
thick piece
actually
of
eat it. I actually eat it at well done. like till I was 14 or 15. Because I just didn't know. I just like, as a kid, you're like, oh, well done. You don't want to have like raw meat. Because when as a kid, you're like,
Yeah,
you're seeing
and
the
you just
pink and
salmonella.
stuff. Yeah, so for me right now, I'm working my way down. I'm on medium well right now. So I'm gonna try medium and then medium rare. And then people say, oh, rare is like the best. But I don't know.
No,
I
it's
don't know
not.
how much. I don't know how much I want all that blood on there. But for me,
Nah,
my
rare, I can't do it.
Okay.
You literally just taste the blood. I was like,
yeah.
nah. Medium rare is like pushing it for me, but I like medium rare the best. Otherwise, I'd go medium.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to I'm just trying to see what I like right now. But medium well is good for me. It's juicy enough and like cooked enough for me. The thing I hate the most about steaks though is when they have a bunch of fat and you just can't.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
like it's just
Oh, and
like
it's like mushy, like gum in your mouth, and
yeah.
you can't
And then I
break
just
it
like had
down
to
and
cut it
shit.
out, and then you can't enjoy the steak as a full steak. And if you see like the stuff left over, because I'm not gonna eat it all that fucking fat. If I just see the stuff left over, I'm just like, well, I didn't get the most out of my steak that I could. It
Yeah.
just like upsets me.
God, you guys have never had prime rib? Then that is a fatty. That is
Oh,
a
I've
fatty.
had prime rib. Don't go there
I don't
on
know
it.
if I have
Had
prime
prime
rib.
rib. Oh yeah.
You need to try prime rib. You should go down the Texas Roadhouse. They have a pretty good prime rib. Not gonna lie. But I also
The
learned
bread's pretty good.
my own recipe. I made my own recipe for prime rib.
Hmm.
Oh.
I mean, probably not my own. Maybe somebody else has done it before, but they never said anything. But mine's a buttered prime rib. You literally cover the whole thing in butter, and I put like some herbs in it, like thyme pieces, and I mix it all in the butter till room temperature, and you just cover it so it just looks like a white piece, like a white ball almost.
Oh damn.
Slap it all in there, cook it. But the trick is you add 5 minutes for every pound it is. So you take 5 times, like let's say if it's 23 pounds, because prime ribs are fucking huge. The recent one I cooked was 20 pounds. So let's say you do like,
Gee.
yeah, let me get
20
a
pounds? God damn.
yeah.
Did you eat it
They
all
they
yourself?
no, my whole family ate it.
God damn. I was just like listening, like, oh, maybe like 1 pound, 2 pound.
I'm literally like the cook for my family when it comes to like big meats or big dinners. Like I do the turkey because I don't know how the hell I do it, but somehow I managed to make the turkey not dry because I hate dry turkey. Like
I've been
Thanksgiving,
there. I've been there. I
that's the
hate
thing
it.
I don't look forward to is the turkey, especially when it comes out dry. I'm just like, who the hell likes this dry ass piece?
Oh no, I hate when chicken and or turkey is dry, but then I don't like it when it's too raw. For me, I will never go to a restaurant and order chicken unless it's a chicken restaurant. I would never order chicken because I'm too scared of salmonella. And even if I just like feel that something is like undercooked, I would like just dislike the chicken in general.
Hmm.
Do you guys go
But
to Wood Ranch?
Wood Ranch, I've gone to Wood Ranch
No, I
Grill,
have
Wood Ranch, the one
That
down by Dos
the one
Lagos.
off, yeah,
Yeah,
the one right there on the lake.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
dude,
gone
no,
there.
I have not been there.
They have really good desserts. They look really nice, and they're pretty good taste. But they're
Is it
just
like that
small.
well
and
designed
it's
shit? Is
pretty,
it like
and
that
it's
well
really
designed
pricey.
shit?
Yeah, it's really like the desserts are like this big,
Fuck
and
no.
they're like $10-15.
Dude, just my so I took my girlfriend there last year for her birthday,
Yeah.
right?
Oh damn, you're treating her right. Taking her to that expensive ass
Because
place.
that year was our 4 year anniversary. Upcoming right now is gonna be our fifth 5 year soon.
Congrats.
Hopefully we're not quarantined for that, but I took her and just for her tri-tip and my
Give
I
her the
think
tip.
what was it, ribeye?
This thing.
Just those two entrees by himself, not even with the soda, was $75.
Oh.
$75?
$75.
God damn.
Oh, bro, I'm sorry, baby, but we going to fucking Chuck E. Cheese or we're going to fucking Burger
Dude, but I mean,
King?
I mean, like it was worth it though, cause like she's special, so you got to treat her right. But dude, on the lake when they light it up, oh my
Oh yeah, it's
god,
really nice.
Oh, so
nice
you
out
okay?
there.
I see. It
And that's when I gave her like our promise ring. I walked her on the bridge, and then I stopped and gave her the promise. It was like a night to remember.
Hmm.
was like a little proposal and shit. That's nice.
Yeah. And then I almost got attacked by a goose.
A goose.
Oh my
I
god!
don't know.
Yeah, there's a
It
bunch
was
of
like
geese
those
there.
It's all
those
fun and
big,
games
like
until the
those
fucking
big
goose
ass
pulls
ones, like
up
the
at
big
you.
ass black and brown one. Like,
Yeah.
like after I gave the promise ring, where it was like it was just sitting there walking, right? I was like, "Hey, watch this! I'm gonna go try to pet it." And it started
That's
putting
where you
its
fucked
wings
up.
out and running.
That's
It
where you
started
fucked
running
up.
at me, and my girlfriend. I turned around and she's running away already. I'm like, "What the?" And it started flying at me, and I ran, and I went like that, and I turned my hand and smacked it on the head. and then it fell on the ground, and I started running, and the people are just looking at me like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "I don't care if I hit that animal. That shit was trying to attack me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pet it."
Bro, your girlfriend really said, I'm gonna head out and just left
I don't
without
know.
you.
I
And
could just
people say
picture
so.
like a fucking Tom and Jerry moment where it's just like you look back,
just see
then
a
look
dust
back, and
cloud.
it's just the dust
dust
cloud, and
cloud.
just pew, just taking off.
And people always
Oh,
say
man.
it's the guy that runs away.
Perhaps.
Meh.
Per Hibble.
Per Hibble. Alright, so since everybody in the world and their mamas are quarantined, what's the biggest change that you've had to deal with due to the quarantine?
Can you repeat the question? I'm so sorry. I'm getting a message from Lincoln.
Probably staying inside because I liked going out a lot.
Yeah.
I hate staying home. I mean, I don't hate staying home. Like, my house is nice and all, but like, I hate staying in here and doing nothing. I like to be productive. Like, I'd be with like I'd go see my best friend. I'd be with my girlfriend. We'd go out like just I don't know. Like even during school time right now, we'd go down to Yorba Linda, go do some homework, and then we do something spontaneous. Like one time we went to Dave's Hot Chicken right after,
Mhm.
or we went to the Block of Orange and got Krispy Kreme donuts. We just did anything and then just go walk around.
Yeah. For me,
Honestly.
that's the same thing. Like me and my girlfriend have a lot of time in between classes. So we would always like the biggest change for me is just not being able to see her as much. So we would always just
Yeah.
go like, oh, let's go to the whatever, let's go to Orange, let's go to the house, and or just whatever, in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the biggest change for me, just not being able to see her that much. Because for me, I just stay home. Like I don't party, I don't go out. Like the most we would go out is maybe like once or twice a month with our friends, and that's like if there's a good
Yeah.
movie or if like we just want to go out. But I mean,
Or
like,
it's someone's birthday,
or
or
it's someone's
fucking
birthday or something like that. But really,
something like that.
even really, we don't go out that much no more because we don't see each other that much at school, and then we're all busy. We all have different schedules, and we don't want to exclude anybody from hanging out. So we're just like, okay, once everybody can, then we all go. But
Yeah, that's like the last thing I remember we were planning to do was going to the beach, right?
we were supposed to go to the beach like 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah,
then this whole thing happened and we can't go.
quarantine.
And people are idiots and they don't stay in the house when they're instructed to stay in the house, and they're like, "Oh, I want a haircut. I want a haircut."
I love how
That's
his
how
mic is cutting out.
That's how.
Your
Oh,
mic is
man.
cutting out to where it's like pitchy as hell. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
sound
how-
like a chipmunk, like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Did you guys see on Snapchat if you open out your thing to the snap maps, look at
Oh.
Huntington Beach. Look at all the dumbass. No offense to any of you that are there, but you guys are dumb for going out there and protesting against Governor Newsom because he just re-shut down the beach today. Because all you guys went like last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and you guys didn't follow the social distancing,
Yeah.
and
I literally found it. It's literally a sign that they're protesting for
they're
the
trying
fucking
to
beach.
file lawsuits against Newsom for shutting down the beach, which he's a governor of California. He's doing what's right for us. If Trump was here, he'd call you guys a whole bunch of dumbasses. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah,
Hey,
Because
that's
all
what
this,
that's why a lot of people also too are like saying, "Oh, it's the Trump supporters," but then Trump is also himself being like, "Hey, y'all should stay home." Like I mean, he's claiming himself like, "Oh yeah, I did my best to try to make sure we had protocols and stuff," but I mean, the Trump supporters don't make it look like that. But for everything I've
yeah,
seen of Trump trying to prevent this or trying to like stop the curve, like or flatten the curve or whatever, I'm like, okay, like he's doing good work to try to do that. And
He's-
I'm not
yeah,
right
he's
wing,
at least
I'm not
trying.
left wing or anything. I'm just me. I just whatever I agree with, whatever policy I agree with, I support. But I mean, I've only been able to vote once, was last year, but I didn't do
yeah,
that
we
much
all
research. I didn't do that much research. So I didn't want to vote on somebody I didn't know or some policies I didn't know. But I mean,
That's what I did this year. I didn't really pay attention to the elections that just recently happened.
Yeah, for
Everyone's
the
like, "Did you vote?"
Democrats?
I'm like, "Yeah, for the Democrats," but I was just like, "I don't really vote. I'm not
Mhm.
really. I'm not Democrat, Republican, or what's
Anything.
the other one? Neutral or
Neutral-
something."
or like middle list, something like that.
Yeah,
There's a
and then yeah, I'm not. I feel like right now I'm not even either of them. And then there's people going around like, "Oh, so you're this," and I'm like, "Don't
Mhm.
vote me into that because I didn't say that."
Yeah. I'm not like I'm not anything. I just agree with what I agree with. If it's Republican, if it's a Democratic, it's whatever. You know,
We should probably not be on the subject for like that first
we
fucking
could
podcast.
be on it. I mean, we're making conversation. People are listening.
All right,
Hopefully.
bet. By the
But
way,
yeah.
Ryan, coming up on your Huntington Beach thing, I found a guy who said, "Show me your boobs to stop quarantine."
What
He's got
the
He's got an American flag, like cowboy hat, shirtless with a
what
sign.
the dude? But the thing is, Newsom shut it down because some states reopened and their cases are starting to increase again. But ours, we've passed the 2 week deadline. We're still going down, and we're only in phase 1 still. And Newsom literally just posted today. They did a live interview with him about his reaction to the lawsuit, and he said like what they did last week at the beach, no masks, nothing, going in the water like they said not to do, was unacceptable. I mean, you could go in the water, but they had tents. They're doing bonfires. They're staying in one place. But the purpose is they didn't want tents out there like how they are doing it in Florida. They don't have people that are allowed to sit at the beach still. Like, you want to go, you can walk. Don't stop. Don't swim. Don't bring beach towels. Nothing. Like, they don't want to risk more contamination. But us, on the other hand, we're ignorant. California is like, it's like, I don't want to say it's a state that doesn't give a shit, but it kind of is.
Yeah,
People just do their own thing.
It's a state with a bunch of people that don't give a shit.
I think it's mostly Southern California because of all the fucking celebrities and everything, bro. Honestly, people were like, "Oh my god, Los Angeles! It seems so great." But if you go anywhere but the hot spots, you can see how shitty it is. And I know because I've gone to Los Angeles numerous times for work. There's so many homeless. There's so much shit on the ground. There's so many people just walking around drugged out of their mind. You know, and then
it wasn't like this like years ago.
Yeah, like and it's just
Hollywood
like
used to be nice, but Hollywood's just like
they're just terrible.
The '80s never left Hollywood Boulevard. Let's just stay at that.
I don't know about that, but no, but I mean,
bro, I went and there's this straight up crackhead just tweaking out and like just walking and shit.
And
I was there with my family and shit.
That's another conversation, like the drug problem that's also going on with America. But then the one thing I wanted to bring up was Americans, we are stubborn as all hell. Like that's one problem we have. Like the other countries looking at us right now, they're like, what the fuck are these idiots doing? What the hell are these idiots doing? They're protesting, staying at home. And I think one of the things I don't like about the protest is that since it is a lot of Republicans, they have their guns, right? And then they have their guns, which is a huge safety issue because if one idiot starts to pop off, what do you think the other idiots are going to do? Pop off
and then just start popping caps in the sky.
And they'll have a bunch of casualties. And another thing that I didn't like too is that police enforcement aren't doing as much as they would do with just even like you know how like Democratic people also protest, and then you see pictures of them getting hit by gas canisters and their face like their eye gets like fucked up, or like they get hit by like the rubber bullets. Stuff like that.
They're not rubber bullets. They're sandbags, I believe now.
Beanbags. They're beanbags.
Yeah, they're beanbags. I don't think they're rubber bullets. Rubber bullets for like training and shit.
So stuff like that, like they're enforcing or like hosing them down too with like the riot trucks.
Yeah,
but they're not doing that with these people because they know if we start hitting them with something, they're gonna start shooting. But even if just one person goes and does something dumb, then it's gonna be a mob mentality, which it is, and then it's gonna mess everything else up. That's the problem.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey see, monkey do. Like an individual is smart, but a group of individuals are dumb as all hell. Like a person, like if you would like just pick out one of them and try to talk to them, like person to person, mano a mano, they would be way more rational than if they're like with a group of other people and be like, nah.
Yeah, because then they're not gonna be like, oh, what he said, or like some shit like that. Oh, they can't really give or build their own opinion, and then they just take whatever. Like how do you say it? Like they take that person's opinion because they agree on the same morals type shit.
Yeah. That's just the thing that just pisses me off what people in our country are doing. Cause I'm like, bro, I wanna be able to go back to normal life, and the more you do it, the more time it's gonna take. Like I know normal life isn't gonna come in a few months. It's gonna take probably a year, maybe like 2.
Next year.
So it depends how quickly they come out with the cure. If they come out with a vaccine, it still take months to come out because unless they don't test it, and if they don't test it, a lot of people aren't gonna take it. But they gotta test it first. They have human trials, and that's what they already started like a month or 2 ago. It's like
didn't they like find like a treatment?
It's remdesivir. or
Yeah,
something. I
Yeah.
don't
that's
know
a
if I'm
treatment
saying
for
it
it.
right.
Yeah, you're talking
But
to your mom
it's
about it the
not
other
like
day.
it's not the vaccine, but it's like something to help right now.
Like a
We still
Just
treatment.
a
haven't
Yeah.
found the
treatment.
vaccine,
Yeah.
but even Dr. Fauci, he's like not even sure about it. Like they're still unsure of it.
Yeah.
But we're so close to phase two right now. If you guys watch the live posting of Governor Newsom, he even told the people like about that are filing the lawsuits. He answered that like he's like saying like it's better to be precaution. Like he's scared of us like going into another quarantine again where we all have to stay down. He said we are days away, not weeks. We are days. Within the next week, we're supposed to be into phase two, where restaurants reopen, gyms might reopen, stuff like that, hair barbers. But the only difference now is it's going to be half of what you'd usually see. Like, not
Or
there's going
wasn't
to
it
be like
25%?
every other chair. Yeah, like let's say if we go to Korean barbecue, there might be only like 6 or 7 tables in there out of like the 30 they have,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
10, just like following social distancing. But we're so close to phase two. He shut down the beaches again because he doesn't want to make it relapse. So we have to start phase one all over again. We have to wait 3 more months for phase two because we're still on the decline. The U.S. Navy ship or whichever ship that was that pulled up to our port to give the extra 3,000 spaces for the needs, it's leaving because our cases are declining. They don't need the ship no more.
Yeah.
Hospitals are starting to get more space again. Like we don't want to get another relapse where we're not ready for it. Our hospitals can't handle all these people because they don't want to listen. Especially the
Yeah.
people who are outside protesting right now. A
They're
couple
making it
weeks from
worse.
now, a couple weeks from now, maybe a week or two, if they get it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm fine." Then they're gonna start getting a sore throat, and then they're gonna be asking for help when we warn them.
Yeah.
When like literally the governor told them to.
Or not
What
just
we
that,
learned. What we
or
learned.
not
What we
just
learned.
that. They might not even get it. That's the bad thing. These people might not even get it, but the old couple that lives right next to them, they might get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
that's
the
the
thing you got
thing.
to take into consideration too. Like it can't just be you. It's people with weak immune systems too.
Even if the mortality rate is 0.3%, right? 0.3%,
Yeah.
whatever. Mortality rate 0.3%. It's still highly contagious. That's the thing. It's highly contagious because it can even like go through the air molecules if it's with your voice and everything. And the problem with that is that even if it is zero point 0.3, right? If every person in
Yeah.
America gets it, there's over 200 million people, unless I'm wrong. Even if 200 million people, zero point 0.3, how much would that be? Somebody do math.
I don't
Whatever.
know.
But if even 1 million people die, 1 million people die, right? How will that
Yeah.
impact the workforce and the economy? That'll be 1 million less people being able to do work, 1 million less people being able to spend money, 1 million less people, and then everyone else is gonna be grieving, and then however long it's gonna take. I'd say it's better. I mean, I'm not like an economic analyst or whatever, but I'd say it's better to slow down the economy right now with
That's
like stopping everybody, and because if people die, that's gonna be worse for the economy. And people are like, oh no, but the economy, we need the money. Like if we need the
Fuck the
money,
economy and the money. Like you have to think about your people first.
yeah,
Fuck the economy. If the economy goes down, it'll go down.
yeah.
But we've come back from an economy breakdown like that before.
yeah,
Yeah. So like what people need to understand is that think about everyone else but yourself. Don't be so fucking selfish. Go out
yeah,
and do your fucking stupid shit and go out,
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
recently I've been told, but my dad told me that one of my cousins, I didn't know this, I didn't know him,
yeah,
but in Mexico, he died because of COVID.
Yeah.
And they say it was COVID. I don't
yeah.
know if it is yet. I don't want to confirm, but they said it could have been COVID.
And then
And
there's
now
also
the thing is, it's that it's a couple blocks up the hill where my grandparents live and my aunt and her husband live. And
Yeah.
that concerns me. Because over there, we don't know how shit they're taking, how shit's going on over there in Mexico, because they're not like us here.
yeah,
And I have cousins out there who are also freaking out that are like, I still have dumbass friends that are still going out thinking it's not going to kill them.
yeah.
And then my cousin saying that, oh, like we don't have hand sanitizer or shit like that.
And
You
even
know
hand
what I mean?
sanitizer won't kill. I mean, it's good. It's good to sanitize your hands
For a
but
precaution,
It's precaution, but it won't like actually kill the thing. And the problem,
Yeah.
the problem that I wanted to say too, man, I forgot. Is a lot of people are like, oh, they're lying about the numbers. You know, all these deaths like
But they're
are
lying
not
that it
from.
doesn't exist or
Yeah, they're lying
either.
that it doesn't exist. Like they're lying like, oh, it's a Democratic conspiracy. How the fuck the Democrats have so much reach that they infected the whole world? But either way, but even if the deaths aren't caused directly by COVID, there's deaths of people like getting like pneumonia, stuff like that. Like so, their
Yeah.
weakened lung state after they have the sickness, they are more susceptible to sicknesses and the illnesses and dying from that. So, but either way, whatever tangent, it's better to stay at home. You can go out and see like your friends maybe like at their houses, but don't go like to a public place where you can affect other people. If you're just going to
Yeah.
like your friend's house to like hang out for a little bit, that I would say that's fine. But I mean, just don't go out
I
in public.
still, well, personally, me, I still say don't do that either.
Yeah, I mean it's either
Like, because
everybody
I've
their
seen
opinion.
people, because I've seen videos of other people like seeing each other, but they stay 6 feet away. They don't
Yeah,
interact and shit. They're
like
like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And they communicate 6 feet apart. Like, I saw a snap of my friend who lives in, she lives on the East Coast, and her friend did that for her birthday. She came by, dropped her presents, but she had like the Lysol wipes, and she wiped down the whole thing, left it, backed off 6 feet, got her present. She said, "Thank you," took us a photo. They say, "I miss you," talked a little bit, 6 feet apart, and then they went their separate ways.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, I could like, yeah, I could support that, but like, because you got to think about the other family too. What if you had it?
yeah,
Still, like, if help, like, it could infect someone in their family. You don't know.
yeah,
Shit's been like, ugh.
yeah,
Like the recent thing for me that I've hated that has taken a toll on me is just socializing.
yeah.
Like I feel, and also I'm going crazy in my house doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
because there's only so much you build up, and then like seeing the same
Then you
people,
snap,
you're
and then
gonna get
like,
annoyed with everybody. You're gonna get annoyed.
yeah,
Like,
like right now, recently, like I'm redoing my room, and I moved my setup here to my garage, and I'm thinking, well, my brother's a teenager, and he needs his own space too. He has a girlfriend, he needs his own space. So shut the fuck up. That's
oh
it.
my god.
But I'm like, well, why don't I just move into the garage and stay here and keep this as my pad, and he gets his own room. And we talked and everything. He's like, yeah, I'm down. Of course he's down because it benefits him and shit. So he'd be
Because
like,
he
I'll help
gets
you.
to lay the pipe.
He gets to lay the pipe, lays the pipe on his pillow with some beans in it, lentils, bro.
Beans.
Is that thing from whatever that weird Netflix show, the one with the horny monster, whatever, the hormone monster.
Oh,
Whatever
Big
show.
Mouth.
Big Mouth.
Big
Oh,
Mouth.
Big Mouth.
Yeah. Yeah,
I have not watched
some
Big
kid
Mouth.
fucks his pillow that has like warm lentils in it, and he gets it pregnant too.
Ew.
So
What
it's a
the
weird
heck?
show, but yeah, like I mean, as a teenager, you need your own space, you need your own
Yeah,
privacy.
you do. But recently, the thing is that I noticed is with this quarantine is that since I'm spacing myself with him a little bit, because we've been in the same room together for I can't remember when, since we moved here, and then he's had his own space. I've had my own space. Recently, before we weren't that like talkative that much at a point in time for like 2 months, but then like after I gave him a space, slowly he came back and we were like talking and shit, and like we're back to like our normal selves. So I've like noticed that, oh, he needs his own space, and he's a lot chiller. We're a lot more communicated. We communicate a lot more and shit, and so yeah, like he needs his own space, so that's what I did. I still go sleep there at night. I just stay here majority of the time, do my homework, stream, whatever I need to do, and then at night when it's time for me to go to sleep, I go over there and be like,
Hopefully, you don't walk
night.
in them and then they actually be like,
just like,
they hit you in the eye. Oh shit, bro! Watch your stream, bro.
watch your jet.
Watch your jet.
Yeah,
No, but
but
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
a lot of people are saying, "Oh, what about our mental health as well?" Like, yeah, I mean, it
honestly,
sucks.
it sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a necessary, like not to be able to go out and stuff for the good of everybody.
Like
I mean,
for me, like
we're
for me,
almost
I was
there.
seeing
We're
it.
a couple days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're almost there. Yeah, you just take your time, be patient. For me personally, it did take effect on me. When we went back, I started seeing the school therapist,
Yeah,
and those therapy sessions helped a lot. Like, for me, like there were some things that bothered the life out of me. Like you say something in a jokingly way, and I know you're joking. Later on, I look back at it, I'm like, did he really mean it? And then I just go dark, and I always beat myself up.
yeah,
My therapist helped me like, hey, like don't go there, or like think it through. Don't always go straight to that mindset. And she taught me some things to help me. But then when I realized that we were going into quarantine, I saw it coming from a mile away because my audio production teacher, he was like, "Oh, there's talk that we might." When there's talking involved and you see the staff cleaning shit on the second of the corral, which is like the place we go eat, when I saw that happening, because they were cleaning out the hall area,
Yeah.
where like the big meetings are, they were cleaning that out. They took all the things, they were wiping shit down, and I'm just like, oh, we're gonna go into quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
6 going
next
dark.
day, I got the email saying, "Hey, we're going into quarantine. We're switching to online classes." And
Yeah,
I'm just like,
it was
great.
it was a little bit less than
But
like a day. I remember like they sent us the email. They're like, "Hey, we're only gonna have school for next week, right?" And then by next Friday, everything's gonna be online. And then they're like, "You know what? Just don't even come to school next week.
yeah,
The only labs can come." And then like I don't know when, because you Ryan, you have lab and Timmy have lab, but I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
But I don't know when
How
they
does
canceled
that
that
work?
after.
How did that work? Or are you guys even doing lab, or how is that working out for you?
We do
Like,
lab, but it's just like it's like stuff like there's videos that his I don't know how to explain. There's lab people there that do videos and they have it on Norco, so there's like videos of the experiment and they give you the information. So it's basically just like copying down the answers and just knowing how to do it. They teach you how to do it, but then in the actual lab they just give you the answers.
Yeah,
The lecture part is hard. It's just hard teaching yourself online. I'm more in class person. I can't learn off
same
of
me
here.
too.
online,
Same here.
especially
Trust me.
chemistry. Like, and then I got to take micro next semester. It's gonna be hell. I don't, cause next fall semester I think they're saying it's gonna be all online too.
Really.
Next year too?
Damn.
Next fall or
Not 6
not
semester.
next fall. I mean, wait, yeah, fall. Yeah, next fall. I'm sorry.
Fuck, bro.
No, for me, I hate doing online. I I can barely push myself to go to class. Like most of the time, like I had to like make myself go to class. And how the hell am I gonna convince myself to do work at home? You know, because there's just stuff like, oh, let me go on to do my homework. Hey, my friends are in the Discord. Let me go say hi. And like, hey, look at this, guys. And then like, oh, you guys want to play something? Like, yeah, let's play. And then I don't do nothing.
That's usually me, or that's usually you, or that's usually Ryan, or it's either or. And we get distracted so quick.
Yeah, but
For me, it's really hard because it's like all computer shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember telling you guys this, that my my digital audio workspace was not reading my MIDI controller that I used to record shit. And I was so mad at myself because I'm like, is it something that I not did, or like what? And I was just like, fuck, am I even gonna be able to do this?
Yeah.
Because when we were in class, he's right there. And you could ask him like, hey, can you help me with this? He's like, oh yeah, here's this. Use this command. And then, oh, what you're doing here is also wrong. You're not using it in the specific mode to record or to line up your synths and your chords and shit. And I'm like, oh, that's very helpful. Right now, he's not here. He's very busy as well, and I feel like I'm bothering him when I want to ask him questions. But yet, my teacher said we're here to help you. This is my teacher camp, and he said teachers are here to help you. We'll help you the best we can. And even he's busy as hell too.
Yeah.
And for me and some other students that I know, one of them was like just got accepted to like 3 universities. Jose, you know her, but I'm not going to disclaim her name.
Mm-hmm.
But she recently got accepted to 3 universities. We went on a trip for a retreat for choir, and she broke down crying because she didn't want this. She can't do online classes at all either.
Yeah.
She's more of a hands-on learner, and I see that. Like, she's more hands-on. She asks a lot of questions. She's a brilliant person, and she knows her shit. She knows how to learn for herself. She knows her techniques for learning. But when I saw her break down crying because we're switching to online classes, I was just scared for myself as well because I've never done online classes either.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have a book, and then the program company gave us a PDF for the second book, which is great. So that means I don't have to buy the second book.
Yeah.
But our teacher had how to say PowerPoints, and he highlighted the parts that we were going to need for a quiz. and I can't like he was so helpful and it helped a lot with learning. But right now we have videos and I feel so on like I don't feel motivated to watch them.
Yeah.
Just to watch them. I feel like it's okay, I'm just sitting there watching for like a good half hour and my phone goes off and I get distracted like nothing. Compared to when it's in class, I'm next to people who are paying attention. So I'm like, oh, they're paying attention. They want to get their shit done. I need to get my shit done. I'll do it. It's the mentality that it sucks.
Yeah.
Trying to get into the mentality, trying to learn online when you have no one speaking to you, or you have a recording of someone speaking to you, but also other students, and it's hard. I don't want to be like a baby being like, oh, online classes they suck, you know. But like for some of us, it's kind of hard to get the motivation to do shit. Because from home, there's a lot of distractions to do
There's
as
a
well.
lot.
There's
Especially,
a lot. I get up, feed my dogs. I got to do dishes. I got to laundry. You got to clean bathrooms, or like I got to go take out the trash, give my dogs a bath, or wash my car and shit like that. And it gets so distracting so fast. You lose time of the day like that, like nothing, because you have shit to do.
And
You know
even
what I mean?
not just that, like, and then like you're like, and then you go to sleep later because you're just like, what's the point of sleeping at a certain time if I don't need to get up? And then when you like, and then when you get up, you're just like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to go back to bed because there's legit nothing to do. And like even right now, I haven't done any of the stuff like all day. Like I cleaned outside like I was supposed to, but I was supposed to do more stuff, and I just didn't do it because like I just the days seem like they go faster. I don't know
The
why.
days have been going by. So I work weekends,
Yeah.
and when I'm like, oh, Monday's here, let's go. They go by so fast. It's Friday already.
It's already Friday, and
It's already Friday.
Yeah, I feel like I got my
There
check.
was one time I woke up. It's Friday. It's trash day. Oh fuck! It's Friday. It's trash day. I forgot to take the trash out yesterday because I thought it was Wednesday.
That was me too.
I thought it was Wednesday. That happened to me once, and I was like so mad at myself.
It just goes quick. Even the weeks feel like they're going quicker too. And yeah, like how you said, there's more distractions. Like even just like even my mom right now, she's distracting me right now. Let me just mute my mic. You guys talk.
Anyways, yeah, that's the thing that is he in his underwear. Oh no, I was just like, I was like, oh, he pretty thick, bro. Anyways, yeah, but the thing, I honestly don't.
I'll go ahead.
Yeah, well, you go. Yeah.
I'll say for me, I got class at like 10 a.m. How the hell do they expect me to wake up if I'm home all day? Like today, I woke up at 1 o'clock. Each day I've been waking up at 11:30, 12. Today it was first day I woke up at 1 o'clock. I don't know how the hell they expect people to be up at 8 or 9 for Zoom meetings, and then they barely teach you.
Yeah. And some of my teachers are like, I'm so sorry. Like there's a lot going on. There's been meetings. I'm like, dude, like, don't worry about it. Like, we understand it's gonna affect you too. You know.
But they don't.
One of my teachers is his wife is a nurse.
Yeah.
So she's there, and every day she comes home, her scrubs come off, throws them in the washer, goes straight to the shower, cleans everything. And that just seems time consuming as hell too.
Yeah.
Because that we have to do all these extra things as well just to take for a precaution. But it's good that we need them for a precaution. You know, I'm not saying they're a bad thing, but that's also a big time waster.
Yeah.
And that's what this quarantine's been like, ugh. Like I rarely go out. Like yesterday I went out to the market just to get some sauce for the house. And some fucking pork rinds for myself. Because that's like the only snack I can eat.
Yeah.
That and like almonds. And then I went out, and one thing that I also did notice, I work at fast food. I'm not gonna disclaim where, but when the quarantine first started, hours were like, well, first of all, like the wage gap went up. So like I already knew hours were gonna be getting cut as well, but we also
No, don't pay attention to me. I'm looking at something.
Okay, all right, and I noticed like customers were rarely coming in, and it's mainly pickup orders for like Grubhub or Uber Eats and shit.
Yeah.
And then recently, when people started going to the beach, a lot more people started coming into my work for food.
Yeah.
And I saw this, and then my manager's like, Nadia, nobody realizes that we're still in quarantine, so there's a lot more people coming out.
You're about to say in Spanish.
Yeah, I was about to say in Spanish because that's what she said,
Yeah.
but I was just like, she's right. People forget that we're in quarantine. And then now at work, we have like this glass panel that it's like right in front of us. And on top of that, I have a face mask. One, I'm pretty sure I got asthma. I've just never gone to the doctor for like to see if I do. One, I never had problems breathing until this quarantine happened, and I'm wearing that fucking mask.
Yeah.
Because it gets hot here, so like my pores open up, and I'm like breaking out a little bit, like mainly like in these areas right here. So it looks like I got herpes or some shit like that. But that with the mask, one, it's loud because we have these big ass fans where like that suck out the condensation of like the grills or like the smoke and all that shit. That already is a lot. On top of that, we have a mask and it muffles like the vocals of like people wanting to order. So I'm constantly like, there's already glass. I have this mask. I'm already like not good at hearing shit. So I'm constantly having to do this, like go around the glass to be like, I'm so sorry. Can you say that again? I am so sorry that I cannot hear you. They're like, it's okay. It's okay. And it's already hard enough with that. I know it defeats the purpose, but like, how am I going to get this person's order done? How am I going to satisfy the customer? There was one time this lady came in and said, can you not put cilantro in my shit? Or like this certain thing in my fucking food because like I have like a sensitivity to it and it's really like thing. As soon as I heard sensitivity, I instantly went around the thing and like made sure that I can confirm what it was so they wouldn't give her it. Like it's little things like that defeat I get Jose that defeat the purpose, but that's also like something I have to do.
Yeah.
To make sure that the customer is satisfied and I don't put them in danger.
What they should do, if they're gonna keep a glass panel there, they should do what they do at like the AMC theaters, how they're surrounded by the glass thing, but they have a speaker on the outside that you speak into that projects the speaker on that you can hear good enough.
Yeah, but like some restaurants are like don't have that much money like the movie theaters do to be able to pay for stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean this is all just temporary right now.
Yeah. Speaking about movie theaters, the movie theaters are probably gonna go out of business. Like AMC is like close to filing bankruptcy, and did
you hear what happened with AMC and Universal?
Yeah, that they got pissed off at Universal for releasing a movie on digital.
Yeah,
yeah, but essentially that undercuts their whole market, right? Because I saw a video by Phat, the game theory.
Yeah, that was the one I saw.
Yeah,
that's the one I saw.
Yeah, and then essentially what's gonna happen is that since like before the theaters used to be small, because and then it just used to be everywhere. But now theaters are getting bigger and bigger because that's the only way to attract people is by having a wider selection of movies, and also having like a bigger place. So like how he said it was stadiums. I don't think it's gonna be stadiums. It's either there's gonna be movie theaters that open up at a certain time, bigger movie theaters, or it's just all gonna go digital. And then I think a theater reaction is one of the highlights of going to a theater. Like especially with Endgame, like how everybody was everybody was super hyped about like Captain America and what he did. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Wait, spoilers. Wait, no, just kidding, bro. It's been like how long since it's been out?
It's been a year, but either way, I'm not gonna spoil it just in case somebody's like starting to watch it in quarantine or something. But just that whole experience, you don't get it with like watching it digitally, like
at home or like digital. Yeah, like okay, for me, when we first watched Infinity War, it was a great experience, but just the people that we were around were shit. Because I remember me and our friend Joey. Me and him were very into it. And we were talking to, oh, wait, he has this. Wait, something's going to happen. There's a lady in front like, can you shut the fuck up? Can you I'm like, yeah, I get it. We're being loud. I'll shut up. But then after I even like did my best to like, hey, they still proceeded to turn around. But yeah, that was my fault. Yeah. But then when Endgame happened, it was filled with complete nerds.
Yeah.
Or like complete fans of the series. Because everyone's reaction was the same when that one specific scene you were talking about happened, or like the big like third sequence of the movie, the finale that everyone wanted to see happen.
Yeah,
all these things that happen, you can't get that, like you said, when you're at home.
Yeah,
it's little things like that. And then premieres, like, have you seen like these premieres that like some actors come out to the premiere to say hello?
So like they come out like, hey, what's up? Like I'm here. It's me.
My friend went to the new one, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Is that the second one? Or?
That's the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to that second one, and freaking The Rock and Kevin Hart both came out and gave them all free popcorn, free snacks, autographs with shirts on it, all that. And then even, oh my god, I was
That's
so
Wait, who won?
lit.
pissed.
That's lit.
Wait,
The
who went?
Rock, and sorry,
Kevin Hart.
and Kevin Hart.
Oh,
Yeah, they went
yeah.
and they're like, hey, yeah, that's one thing that's cool too. I mean, just movie theaters are also a great way to hang out with your friends, like
And
and
experience
experience something
something together.
together. Yeah, I mean, you could
It's
do
like
it at
a
your
good bonding.
house, but then there's people like talking. It's like there's less.
There's
etiquette
people
at the
on their
house.
phones.
On their
Like, yeah, there's
phones.
less
Yeah,
etiquette. Yeah, on their
like
phones, or like people have to get up and go to like do
the
something around the
bathroom.
house. Or
Yeah,
there's the dog, or like say you got pets and dogs
yeah.
and stuff like that. That
And
also
then
like,
for me, and
yeah,
then
I'm
like
talking about you.
and then there's not they don't get that into it anymore. Like if they're watching a movie,
Yeah,
like
but like,
phone, and that's one thing I hate too. Like, so first off, let me say that I love when the movie theater when the people are into it. I know people don't like that, but I don't get it. Like if you don't like that, then watch
that's you,
Disney,
dude.
whatever.
Like,
That's you, yeah. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
love when people are into the movie. They're hyped. There's suspense. There's like tension in the air. I love that because it's just like a general mindset. And then when people laugh at a joke, it makes that joke funnier too. Like I just
yeah,
feel
because
like
it's all together, and
it's all
all of us
together.
just heard it, and we all just got
Yeah.
it, and it's just like,
Or when
oh
people get
Why
Lord.
scared
is
and
this
stuff like
Gamora?
that.
Why
Yeah.
is Gamora?
Why is
That part.
Gamora? That part
Why
was
is
funny.
Gamora? That part.
You know
Oh
the
my
funny
god.
part about that wasn't even written in the script. He just said it by
Yeah, he just
force.
Yeah,
said it.
it wasn't even scripted. It was just fucking. It was that, and then in Thor Ragnarok when Thor
No,
said
when
he's
the
a
Hulk yeets off the plane and then just like
no
remember
wait, that was that wasn't
that. I'm
wait,
not saying
no,
that
that's
wasn't
not
scripted. I'm saying that was funny.
that part was funny. That
Yeah.
was a good comedic moment, but the part where Thor was like, "Oh, he's a friend from work." That was a kid who was there on set and said, "Hey, can we say that actually?"
Yeah.
And then that was put in because of a kid who was there for like a Make a Wish or something.
Yeah. I forgot what was the other thing I was gonna say. Then so one thing I also don't like is when you're hanging out with friends or a significant other, don't be on your phone. The reason you're out with these people is to be out with the people, right? Like I hate the people
Yeah,
who I get like Snapchatting like cool moments, like oh like look at this, it's super cool. But then if
that's
people are
me.
if people are like on their phone the whole time, that I just don't like. I've never had my phone out when I'm hanging out with friends. And I saw this one post where it was a bunch of girls in the limo partying, right? Or partying. They were all quiet, and then some people start recording. They're like and then like that. And then as soon as everyone stops recording, deadpan. Everyone's on their phone. I'm like, what's the point of faking it for Snapchat if you're not actually having fun? Just have fun to have fun, you know?
Yeah, one thing that I noticed that I recently do a lot is every time I go to concerts, I snap record a lot of shit, and I'm not in the moment.
Yeah.
The last concert I went to that was free, it was a free one in San Diego, and I went. And I went with my brother. I went with my friend, and I met up with my brother and his girlfriend that were there waiting for us because I had just got off work, and she did too. And my phone died, but I realized that I enjoyed the concert more without the phone, without recording shit. And I realized I enjoyed it even more with like recording, just being there in the moment and like just enjoying
Yeah.
it.
You're more immersed. That's the thing.
You're more, yeah. I was more immersed into the fucking concert, and
Yeah.
it was so good. Like mosh pits, she was got like it was a mosh pit. Some guy jumped on the stage and jumped off for like a fucking stage dive and shit. I've never seen that in real life. Never seen it. That was the first time in my life I ever saw something like that before. And then there was like, oh, it was a bunch of like, oh my god, it was a bunch of kids because there was a bunch of preteens, and then there was some adults who were like in the back, and me and my friend, and then my brother and his girlfriend, how they're teenagers, they were there, and I was like, all right, me and my friend are going to be back here standing on like the seats that we're supposed to sit in.
Yeah.
We just stood up on it to fucking record. Phone died. I lost my friend in the mosh pit, and I was there by myself, so immersed. I told myself I would be happy if 2 songs would come on, and those 2 songs came on without my phone, and it was a better experience compared to like me with my phone out. So I could see where you're coming from, where people fake it for the gram or for the snap and
Yeah.
shit like that. I could see where you're coming from.
Also, for concert stuff, no one watches those. Nobody on your friends list watches
Nobody
their
gives a
concert
shit.
point of view.
Nobody
one
gives
cares.
a shit.
That's like I used to record a lot and like about my work too. I'm like, oh man, I'm so cool, I'm working. But then I realized nobody gives a fuck if I'm working. The only people who care about working is like my family.
There were some things that you would post that were funny as fuck.
Yeah, like I get like funny moments, like trying to make
for
funny
like
stuff
comedic
like that.
purposes. Those are funny as fuck to watch.
Yeah, but like
But
just
some of them, like just
I mean, it's not the same thing just watching on a screen, you know.
Yeah. There's also fuck. There's a lot of things we can go on about.
What do you say, Ryan?
About that, I've never been to a concert. Fun fact, and
Really?
I don't really snap a lot of things unless it's at the beach, and then it'd be just like a quick snap of just me with my friend, just showing like who's there with like who's like chilling, and then I put my phone away.
Like,
I made the mistake of that one time. I didn't take a snap of my friends, and we were at the Wedge in Newport. Next thing you know, a big wave crashed. The Wedge?
Yeah, what's that?
It's like at the end of Newport. It's like.
But you mean like the rock formation?
Yeah, that line out that divides it right there. That little part right there is the Wedge. That's where straight down, and that's where you go surfing or all the big waves are. So we went down there, and we were just chilling, and a big wave came up, hit the ground, and the waves are fucking huge. Like, I can't exaggerate to you how big it can be at the Wedge. Like, sometimes it's not even safe for you to go out there and stand in the water. You will get taken out. Me and my friends did that before. We got pulled out, and the lifeguard had to come. But luckily, we were able to swim back, so the lifeguard didn't have to get us. But we were all struggling to swim back. And
Riptide.
Yeah, and the wave crashed. And it went all the way up the hill. It went all the way up the hill, and then took out our tent. We had towels and all stuff and food on the ground. It washed out everything. Our phones got wet. It ruined everything. Oh my god! And then we literally moved all the way back. Like it got to the point it almost hit the lifeguard tower. That's how big the water was.
God damn! The lifeguard tower is like what, like 100 feet
Bro,
out?
that must have been high tide.
It's halfway. It was high tide. I'm telling you, the waves are huge, and when it goes up, it gets bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, best way to avoid riptide is don't try to swim diagonally.
Yeah. So so that reminded me of the story of me and Larry. We went to the beach like 2 years ago, right? It was when like me, you, and Larry and
was it Armando and
no. Maybe Armando was there and Madaja and then
I know exactly which one you were talking about.
And then so me and Larry, we started swimming out, and then what's it called? We got taken by the waves, and then some guys like, "Hey, you guys need help?" And me and Larry like, "No." And we were both like silently to ourselves, we're like, "I'm gonna die," and I don't want to ask for help. And we just trying to swim back as much as we could. And some guys like, go diagonal. And we're like, "Oh, okay." And we got out. And we're like, we're both like just looked at each other like, were you like, did you need help? I'm like, yeah. Did you need help? Yeah. Like, we just didn't say. I don't know what was going on in my mind.
That's the thing with humans is like some of us don't want to get help from others.
Yeah.
Like we want to figure things out, but sometimes it's kind of embarrassing to ask for help. I mean, I realize that that's a lot of things that some of us do.
Even if we're about to die, we're like, nah, we're good.
Hey, bro, you good? You need me to like get that like piece of coral out of you? Like, nah,
bro.
I'm good.
I think we are pressed for time. We had a little bit over. We're 21 minutes.
We're at an hour 14.
Yeah, hour 14.
I'm at an hour and 14.
Yeah, me too.
I'm at an hour 14. I got disk space remaining 20 hours and 44 minutes.
I got 20 hours and 56 minutes. Or 19 hours and 56 minutes.
Yeah, remainder 4 hours and 27 minutes.
Yeah. What the hell?
That's just how much time you get for it.
That's disk space remaining for recording.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always save it, send it, and then delete it right after.
I'm gonna put it in my OneDrive.
All right. Okay. I think we should end the podcast. Yeah.
Thank you. This was sponsored by Raid. No, just kidding.
Raid Shadow. Raid earbuds.
Nah.
Oh
no. I mean, we got no sponsorship.
HyperX.
We got no sponsorship for this shit, but ayo, like
PewDiePie chair. That's the sponsorship.
Oh,
Respawn.
Yeah, what is going on, guys? Scares here.
Hey, guys, what's going on, guys? Scares here. I came out of that tree. All right, but I think this is a good way to end off.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation? It's your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's
get right into the news.
All right.
I think this is good to end off. We should, all right, because my parents are also yelling at me to eat my KFC. So I'm hungry. All right. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna try to have another one next week as well. We might try to live stream it as well while we're recording, but I just want to see how good my PC will do it, and if not, we could probably just do it on Octavio's PC. And we'll
hold up. No, just kidding. Nah,
Bro,
okay.
but either way, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and
Everyone's social media channels, Twitch,
yes,
anything.
please
linked.
subscribe. Please donate to my PayPal. Just kidding. I don't need money. But
Come
either
say hi to
way,
my-
donate to any
Everybody stay inside.
charities for COVID to try to help anybody
COVID.
if you can.
Mr.
Don't
Beast,
be
if
an
you're
idiot.
listening to this, I'm just kidding.
Don't be an idiot. Stay safe.
Stay inside,
Fuck
stay
bitches, get
hydrated.
money. You know.
Don't okay. One, don't fuck
What a
bitches because that means
motto.
you're leaving quarantine. But like, all right, but
Bro, you can have a dog in your house. What are you talking about?
hold
Oh,
up.
what the hell?
All right, guys.
That's
See
a
you
good
guys
place
later.
to cut it off. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Goodbye.
All right.